y'all know this guy. What you might not know is he's going back home this weekend. So we'll take questions for Carlos.
What's that like going back home? Let's start there.
It feel good. I got a lot of people in the city expecting to come to the game, wanting to come to the game. So a lot of expectations from me once we get there.
A lot of trading. Yes, like, hey, I need tickets. I need tickets. You know,
Definitely.
How's that work out in the locker room?
The best way it can.
Tell your folks to get some Marshall gear to wear down there somehow.
Oh, definitely. Most of my people already got some Marshall gear. They big supporters of me, so wherever I go, before I get there, most of the time they already got gear.
With the football side of it, will you have to kind of gear it down a little bit? I mean, I'm sure you'll be pretty kind of emotional and ready to go, right? Huh?
I'd say still just play my game, be me. I go out there, have fun, smile, be happy, and enjoy myself. I feel like just do the same thing, be myself. I don't gotta, do nothing special just because I'm back home. I could still play my game and make special plays.
Just one more on it then, just with your support, around you, just over your course of your career, just what have you seen from your family and all that stuff to help you get to this point?
Like you said, the support. It's a lot of things that happen behind closed doors that a lot of people don't know about, but obviously family's gonna know about it. And just having my family there, through the whole process and every step of the way, it means a lot. So for me to finally be in this position where I could showcase my talent on the field and have all my family and supporters there to actually see it finally, that felt amazing.
Carlos, how do you tell you and your guys not to kind of look at their record? Obviously, they played JMU to, 14-7. I mean, this is not a bad football team, as bad maybe as the record looks, obviously, right?
Definitely. We don't never want to, underestimate any team. Like you said, they got a record, but that record doesn't define who that team is. So we're not looking at that record expecting to go in there and blow them out. We still going to take it how we take every team and prepare how we prepare for any other team and go in there and execute.
What are your early impressions of what they do against you?
A lot of man. We got to, once again, be more physical and aggressive, win one-on-ones, have a lot of man beaters.
What do you see? You go back and look at film from JMU, just positives, negatives you took away from looking over that one again?
I say we definitely fought hard. A lot of people showed a lot more fight that game. We just gotta still eliminate them mental errors, eliminate penalties, and just execute more fluently.
Coach mentioned trying to get, obviously the goal is to get 7 in the red zone, and that was a little bit of an issue late in that game when you had chances. So is that something that you do consciously try to, or you just got to open it up a little bit down at that end of the field?
I feel like we just got to finish our drives. Like, as y'all can see the last game, we could easily drive it from the negative 2 yard line, drive it all the way down. But I feel like once we get close, we feel like since we already there, we could let up a little bit. But we got to work on finishing our drives, knowing that we're not done until we get in the box. So that's what we kind of going to focus on this week, finishing our drives.
You get a chance to ask you the fake punt, just what do you think of the throw and all of that, just that play when you're watching on football?
I actually didn't get to see it, but I seen the ball in the air, but I didn't see the technique of the throw or nothing, but they executed that good. I was happy on the sideline, ready to go back out.
Anything further for Carlos? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got another guy that threw a pass in the game on Saturday. I'll let him tell you all about that though. Punter Nathan Totten, also a Rig Guy Award candidate, right?
So are you even down competition with the quarterback job?
Hopefully.
What was that play like for you? Just the success of it.
Well, it was fun. We've been practicing a lot here recently. Like probably 2, 3, 4 times a week. And so when he actually called, I was a little bit nervous, but I was excited to go out there and throw it and just try to throw him the best ball. A little out of practice. I ain't played baseball or any of that since high school. But I tried to throw him my best ball, and he caught it, so it was pretty fun.
It's kind of cool. You don't really see the long snapper doing that much, right? I mean, that's not a play that you see every day.
And actually what's cool about that is he actually drew that play up. we were sitting in Coach White's office, and he was like, "Man, y'all got any like fakes or any plays you want to do?" And actually, Gavin's the one that drew that up. So that's what was cool about that.
And Coach White signed off on it. That was cool.
Yeah, he loved it. And then we tried it in practice, and it worked, so we went with it.
Have you ever done that before at any level? That fake punt that you threw for?
No, actually, no. That was the first time.
Kind of speaks to the trust that they have in you guys, right? Just how reassuring, I guess, is it for you to kind of have that in your hands to where they kind of give you that to go with it, right?
Yep, very much so.
You just talk, you mentioned with the Ray Guy Award and everything, just you continue to be, a really, really special part of this team. I guess you talk about your progression and everything throughout this year so far.
I would say I'm very thankful for how I've done so far this year, but I also feel like I can do even better than I have been doing. But, it's just like every day, your body's not going to be perfect every day, but just trying to be the most consistent I can be and really focus on what I'm doing and trust in others is what I'm really trying to do. And just keep punting, and just putting it where it needs to go and swinging hard is what I try to do.
Nathan, we talked after the game the other day to some of the players about these last three and how important they are. I mean, one at a time, of course. But, Coach Gibson said you guys are too good of a team not to be in a bowl game. Is that sort of your mindset as you look at these last three?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've all seen how good we can be. And, we've definitely fallen a little short. We've lost, maybe 4 that we could think about that we probably should have won. We've all seen how good we could be and how good we are. But we just gotta maintain that. But definitely, we really should win these next 3. But it's gonna come down to our focus and our effort and just how much we want it.
Anything further for Ned? All right.
Thank you.
Career
Thank you.
completion percentage 100. All right, everybody. Highest graded O lineman last week and signature veteran of this room, Eric Meeks. Questions for Eric?
Well, congratulations on that, Mark. Just what have you seen out of your own development, your progression throughout the year and everything else?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my development throughout the year. I feel like I've continued to go out and get better each week. A big part of that's practice. Our coach preaches working hard in practice, and that's going to carry over to the games, which I think holds true. You see my guy Shamarcus Adams on his list too, so I think that was big for the room.
Yeah, Coach talked about needing to turn those red zone opportunities into 7, not just 3, as good as Lorcan's been. But is that sort of your mindset on the offensive line? You guys got to finish those?
Yeah, that's a big point in the room and on the offense right now is finishing in the red zone, especially against good teams like JMU and the rest of the guys in the Sun Belt. I think it's important to finish those drives with 7 instead of 3.
Going back and watching it, what you see out of your guys' group? Run game was obviously really good against a really talented defense they had.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with the O-line's performance, and I think we did some good things on offense. Obviously, there's still things to improve, but I was pretty happy with how we gelled as a unit, and even with guys rotating in, I felt like we did a good job replacing the parts that eventually needed replaced.
With the game this week, we were talking with the coach about it's not going to be obviously a bunch of people there, but they're 1-7, but they're better than their record is. And now maybe in an empty stadium, you guys will have to bring your own momentum and own hype, right?
Yeah, I think it's important, to keep the guys going and keep them all in the same mindset of every game is really anyone's game, especially in the Sun Belt East Division. I feel like it's a tough division, and like you said, I feel like they're better than their record reflects because I've seen some good stuff on film so far from them.
So what have you seen? What's your impressions? What makes them good to you?
They got a pretty good D-line. They're physical, fire off the ball. They do some interesting stuff with their schemes, which I think that we'll have a fun time dealing with. But I feel like they're pretty solid group up front.
Pretty scheme heavy, pretty athletic.
Yeah, pretty athletic. They do some good stuff with movements and twists to kind of throw the O-line off their balance. But I think if we keep progressing the way we have been, we should do well.
What have you seen out of the depth you guys have in the run game? Obviously you guys have been without Mike, and then it's kind of almost been like a changing of the guard in a way, like Joe Sean, then Mike, then Antoine, and all that.
Yeah, I think we've done a good job rolling guys through, and that's a credit to them. I think the O-line does a good job blocking for them, and I think they do a good job making their cuts and making us right at times too. So I feel like us being so close, as 2 separate units, but really coming together as one really helps us gel well in the rushing game.
You were part of the squad last year that had a bowl game and then couldn't make it. What have you told your guys over the next 3 games? Guys, I want to go bowling this year. Is that a talk of 2 out of 3, 2 out of 2, or however we need to get to 6. I want to do this for us and this team in December.
Yeah, I mean, for us, I mean, obviously the goal is to win, so we're trying to aim for that 3 out of 3, which I think is doable. But, you know, getting to that bowl eligibility is really important for the guys who it's their last year, like not just me, but the other seniors as well. And I think that, you know, we have some transfers who haven't been to bowl games, so I think it's important that everyone gets the experience this year.
Ask you on a personal note, just what it meant to be part of, you know, some of the videos for last week with the 75 game, and then obviously the importance of this game this week too, with it being anniversary weekend.
Yeah, I mean, being in those videos and doing the photo shoot, that was really important to me. You know, being here so long, that was kind of one of my, I guess, goals, you could say.
Yo, what's that word?
But that was really cool to me. That was really special. It was definitely an honor to represent the 75 last weekend and continue to represent them this weekend as well.
Actually, just what you've seen, just following up with that, with the fan output, you know, you guys had a heck of a crowd, you know, obviously as you expect, but especially this late in the season.
Yeah, I mean, the fans did a great job showing out. We really appreciated all the support from them, and I thought we had a good game going there, and I appreciate them staying till the end and pretty energetic. They were invested in the game, which was really big for us too.
I'll give you one more while Grant's coming back. Just what did you see? I guess maybe you know, you guys had some struggles with turnovers at Coastal. You don't have any at JMU, and then penalties. I think the first half you had some, and then the second you didn't have any. Just in terms of improvement and turnaround and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you know, I feel like during Coastal we were kind of maybe off our game on a Thursday night. Like that's kind of, some of the guys haven't been in that position before. So it was just kind of adjusting to that, and then it was a big emphasis during practice to kind of clean that up, which I think we did a good job of against a really good opponent against JMU.
Anything further for Eric? I don't know how he connected to the Bluetooth speaker.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. You got Sid Kaba, who destroyed one drive personally, I think, by himself the other day. You all can have fun. We got questions for Sid.
Just walk us through your day, performance, what you saw out of yourself, and reviewing the film and everything.
I see myself, like, you know, just having fun out there, you know, just winning, like, ball. You know, I got my opportunity more last game. And, yeah, like, I feel like I did good. Now, obviously, I could have did better with a few things. But, you know, like, looking forward to this week coming up to, like, show what I can do again.
So you guys kind of later in that game put the clamps on defensively against a really good offense. And that give you guys some confidence heading into the last 3?
I would say so. I feel like D-line wise, like our mentality is to, like, you know, get after the quarterback, get after anybody with the ball. I feel like, you know, defensive wise, honestly, for like the next 3 games, I feel like we got to come with a mentality like you're not scoring, like you're just not going to get in the end zone, honestly.
What is it about this defense, you know, the scheme you guys run and everything? It seems like one where, you know, communication and chemistry is really important with so many new people we knew now that we're getting towards the end of the season. How good have you seen that progression over the course of the year?
Honestly, I feel like we just built a bond over, you know, winter, spring, summer. Like, honestly, I don't really think it's hard. I feel like it's football. Like, you have to communicate to be on the field. So, yeah.
What are your early impressions of what they do?
Georgia State?
Yes.
To be honest, I feel like their offense is like, it's pretty good. Like, their like record doesn't show it, but I feel like it's pretty good. So we got to respect it. But, you know, like, our mentality is we're going out there to doing bad. Like, honestly, I feel like the defense this week, I think we're pissed off that, you know, back-to-back losses. So we got to prove a point this week.
With the last 3 and, you know, working towards a bowl game and everything, just obviously every game is important, but just how's that mentality, like you mentioned, just kind of persevered throughout?
I feel like we just got to take it one step at a time, you know. Every game, we can't really focus on the next 3 games. Honestly, we got to just focus on this week. So, yeah.
Anything further for Sid? It's that simple, Sid.
I don't know. It's just like
you talked to this guy, we were getting ready for spring ball leading into it. It was great to see him back out there on Saturday. Linebacker Jaylen Marshall coming off an ACL from the spring and performed really well on Saturday. Questions for Jaylen?
Walk us through that journey, getting back, just the progress you've made and what it meant to get back out there.
Yeah, honestly, at first it was really hard. I didn't want nothing to do with football, honestly. But, I kind of just changed my mindset into just taking it day by day. It helped out a lot. Then, just to finally be back out there was a dream come true. I just really feel blessed, so.
Defensively, you guys, at that later stage of that game, kind of locked them down. Does that give you confidence now as you've head to these last three that you guys can come together and finish these off?
Yes, sir. It's just something that we just going to continue to build off of, continue to get better at, and just focusing on the small details.
Well, your early impressions of Georgia State, what have you seen from them?
They're a good team. We play them at home. They can go in there and fight hard, but, our goal is to go in there and fight harder and come out with the victory, so.
Going back and watching film from JMU, just anything stick out to you maybe that average person might not see that you guys thought you did well, or anything else you want to work upon?
I think we just trained hard, we played hard. That's all you can really ask for. Mistakes are going to happen, but, we left it all on the field that day, so.
One thing I'll point out really quick, he is a Georgia native as well, so
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how far away from
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
He and Carlos are fighting for tickets this week. With the
Yeah.
So you have some people there, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
How will that help you and just kind of motivate you for the game?
It'll be good, second game, I'll be able to play this year, close back to home, have some family there, so it definitely feel good, just give you an extra chip on your shoulder, so it definitely feel good.
especially for the family that's been your support system.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
journey is kind of special
Yeah.
for them to, your first road game to come
Right.
back home.
My parents never missed a game, so, it's definitely going to be special just having back out there, watch me play, so.
They look to be better than their record. Is that sort of what you guys see on film? That
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, we we don't really try to just focus on the record, like you said. You go out there and it could be a whole different team, so we can go out there and just put our best foot on the line and come out with the victory. So.
Anything further for Jaylen?
thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.